First of all, I want to get into this whole idea of whole food supplementation, whole food supplements. For those of you who don't know, a whole food supplement is a multiple vitamin and mineral and accessory nutrient dietary supplement that contains plant material, basically fruits and vegetable materials, that in turn contain nutrients. Vitamin C, the B complex, minerals, and such. So a whole food supplement is basically just food that has been standardized to contain a certain amount of nutrients. If you look at the ingredient deck, not the supplement facts, but the ingredient deck on a whole food supplements, you're going to see things like fermented organic food blends and organic kale and organic cranberry and collard or spirulina, chlorella, spinach. This is a list of ingredients taken off the label of a whole food supplement made by a company called Real Food Organics. Another highly regarded whole food supplement product is made by a company called New Chapter. I like New Chapter. They make some good stuff. You'll look at the ingredient deck from the New Chapter men's whole food product. Shows ingredients like lithothamnion, which is a type of algae, organic milled soy, yeast, maltodextrin, orange peel, lemon peel, organic carrot powder, organic alfalfa powder, organic molasses. So what you can see here is the bulk of your whole food supplement, which is going to set you back maybe $30, $40, up to $50 or $60, even $70 for a 1 or 2 month supply. You can see that the bulk of the ingredients in your whole food supplement, your very expensive whole food supplement, is nothing more than a smattering of fruit and vegetable powder, perhaps a little bit of yeast or maybe some algae in there as well. That's great. No one's going to say fruit and vegetable powders or algae or yeast are a problem. No one says they're a bad thing, and certainly the idea that there are things in these foods that support the way vitamins and minerals work, but which themselves are not essential nutrients, just supportive cofactors. This idea of using cofactors and using foods, that's a good idea. It's valid. This is why you want to eat food. This is why you want to eat good food. This is why you want to eat nutritionally dense food. Why would you need to buy a supplement to get fruit and vegetables and seaweed? Why would you need to spend $30 to $50 on a supplement that's got a little tiny bit of fruit powder and vegetable powder and seaweed powder in it? The idea of a supplement is to supplement our food. The idea of a supplement is not that the supplement is food, it's to supplement the food. It's to spike our food, to bump up the nutritional value of our food. To supplement is to support. The idea of a supplement is to support our food. We don't need to buy a whole food supplement. The point of supplementation is to use whole food and then bump up the nutrients in the whole food with a supplement. To supplement is to spike something. If you want the cofactors in whole foods, that's great. Eat vegetables and eat fruits. Then you'll get the cofactors. Eat yeast. Yeast's a great source of vitamins and minerals. Nutritional yeast is an awesome, awesome supplement or food. Eat it. You don't need to have buy a supplement that contains a little bit of yeast or a little bit of fruit and vegetable powder in it. Eat yeast. Eat food. Eating food is the ultimate way to get a whole food supplement, and it's only going to cost you a few pennies a day. And another thing, not only are these whole food supplements basically just a tiny smattering of plant and yeast and seaweed powder, but the nutrients that are in the whole food supplements, the doses that you're getting, are ridiculously low. They're bordering on insignificance. Sometimes you're getting 1 or 2% of the already pathetically low RDA, recommended daily allowance, the ridiculous deprivation allowance. You buy a whole food supplement, for example, this one from New Chapter. Again, I like New Chapter, but come on, guys. If you buy New Chapter's Every Man's One Daily, you're getting on the order of half, 50% of the already low levels of chromium. You're getting 60 milligrams of vitamin C, which is basically just the RDA, the ridiculously low RDA. You're getting 1.5% of the recommended daily allowance of calcium, which again is already ridiculously low. You're getting 1%, 5 milligrams of magnesium. Now, true, the stuff is more readily available, but the amounts that you're getting are so small they're bordering on insignificant. If these kinds of products provided you with the kind of nutrient concentrations that you need for health, and you were getting generous amounts of them, You're getting a high amounts of calcium, magnesium, vitamin C, etc. in your fruit and vegetable powders from your organic whole food supplement. Well, that's great, but that's not what's happening. These kinds of products that are made from whole foods provide fractions of the kind of nutrients you need. On the whole, in the new chapter product, 60 milligrams of vitamin C is 1/7 of the vitamin C that you get from a chili pepper. It's 1/8 of the vitamin C that you get from a scoop of Beyond Tangy Tangerine. The Real Food whole food supplement, that's another company's whole food supplement, you get 120 milligrams of vitamin C, still basically an insignificant dose, and then tiny, tiny fractions of the B complex and zinc and selenium. Think about it. If you're getting a whole food supplement, you're getting a whole food. That's great, except you're getting the amount of a whole food that wouldn't even fill up a thimble. Break open your whole food supplement capsule or crush up the tablet. You'll see what you're getting. It may be concentrated. That's true, but it can't be all that concentrated. Just look at the nutritional value. In the new chapter product, you're getting a teaspoonful of nutrients in the entire bottle, maybe a couple of teaspoonfuls of nutrients in the entire bottle. For 30 or 40 bucks, you're getting 2, maybe 3 teaspoonfuls of whole food, whatever. Tiny little amounts for 30 or 40 bucks. Is there nutritional value in it? Probably, but is it worth it? All right, there's a couple more things I want to say about this when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on Genesis Communication. Any questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs? If you want to chime in on the subject of whole food supplements, I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. If you're in the business, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about whole food supplements. My take is, why would you pay $30 to $40 for a little tiny bit of whole food? Now, is it true? Is it true that whole foods are better than supplements? Probably. Whole foods have various things in them that help the body absorb them, help them get absorbed. This whole interest of absorption is also very, very interesting and a little confusing as well. When we swallow a supplement, when we swallow a food, a whole food, or otherwise when we eat a food, that supplement goes down our gullet into our stomach where it's mechanically broken down and dissolved in our digestive juices. And from there, our supplement, whole food or otherwise, moves into the intestine where it's further broken down and it's further processed. At this point of contact between the food or the supplement or the whole food supplement and the intestine, this is where absorption takes place, absorption into the body. But this is different from absorption into the cells of the body. This is just absorption into the body. You know, when you put something in your mouth and it goes in your digestive system, that's not really in your body, technically. It's in your digestive tract, which is technically isolated from the rest of your body, except for a few little places where it gets into the body. So you eat your food, take your supplement, it goes into the intestine. At this point, this is where the various types of nutrients, the various forms of nutrients, and the various proportions of nutrients are going to play a role. This is where foods have their advantage over supplements, and this is where whole food supplements have their advantage over regular supplements. In the case of minerals, because of their natural positive charge, the body has to attach certain molecules to change the electrical charge of minerals in order to get them into the intestinal cells. That's called chelation. You probably heard the term chelation, and the body naturally will chelate minerals. So you'll eat a whole food or a whole food supplement or whatever you're eating. You put it in your mouth. It goes into your intestine. The mineral is separated out from the food, from your hamburger, from your supplement. Now that mineral has a positive charge. That mineral with a positive charge is not going to make it into the intestine. The body has to protect it. The body has to somehow cover that positive charge up. And it will do it in a process called chelation. The most important natural chelating agent is something called picolinate. You guys have all heard me talk about zinc picolinate. You've probably seen chromium picolinate. Picolinate is a substance that's made in the body, and the body sticks picolinate onto a mineral, and then that mineral will get absorbed as a picolinate, absorbed into the intestine. Food-based minerals, plant-based minerals, colloidal minerals, these also have their positive charges protected. And this is where food-based minerals and colloidal minerals have their advantage. This is why the Beyond Tangy Tangerine minerals have their advantage over the cheapo kind of minerals that you get in drugstores. This is why this was Dr. Wallach's great insight, or one of his great insights, was the idea that a colloidal mineral, a plant-based mineral, is better absorbed than an inorganic mineral. The colloidal form, the protected form, makes it not only more readily absorbable, but also makes it non-toxic. That's why you can eat all the colloidal iodine you want, and all it will be is a nutritional supplement, or a nutritional, all it will provide is nutritional support. But if you did regular iodine with a positive charge on it, it would kill you. Colloidal minerals are protected. Colloidal minerals are more readily taken in. Same with plant-based minerals. Same with whole food supplement minerals. This is where whole foods really have an advantage. Whole foods have their advantage at the level of absorption into the intestine. The problem is the doses. You're not getting the kind of doses that you need, and you're paying a heck of a lot of money for a whole food, for a tiny little bit of a whole food. In terms of vitamins, vitamins are activated by digestive juices, and then they're carried into the intestinal cells by various molecules that are called transport molecules or carrier molecules that sort of attach themselves to the vitamin and chaperone them into the intestinal cell. And here again, food vitamins and food-based vitamins are probably going to be taken in more effectively because of proportions and because of cofactors and because of the amounts of the vitamins. Higher doses of vitamins may affect absorption. You may get, if you take a higher dose of vitamin than you need, you may not get the absorption that you may not be absorbing all of that vitamin. This is why it's always a good idea to divide your doses. This is why, in my opinion, it's better to sip on your Beyond Tangy Tangerine than to take it in all at once in one big dose. And again, this is where food-based supplements, while being more expensive, may be advantageous in the sense that you're not going to be wasting, you won't be wasting nutrients, but again, you won't be getting as much either. How the body how the body specifically, how the cells inside the body, the final destination of our nutrient, uses essential molecules after they've entered into the bloodstream through the intestine. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when a bone cell gets the vitamin C, or a heart cell gets the vitamin C, or a brain cell gets the vitamin C. It doesn't know. The heart cell, the brain cell, the bone cell, the liver cell, it doesn't know that that vitamin C came from an orange. It doesn't know that that vitamin C came from a New Chapter whole food supplement. It doesn't know that the vitamin C came from a regular vitamin C pill. It just knows that it's vitamin C. At the point where the nutrient is going to be used for biochemistry. I'm not talking about absorption in through the intestine. I'm talking about at the point where that nutrient is being used for biochemistry, for making collagen, for upregulating some kind of chemical process, for detoxification, or for whatever. It only matters that that nutrient is present, and present in sufficient quantities for the chemistry to proceed. At the point where the nutrient is used, not where it's absorbed into the blood through the intestine. At the point where it is used by the blood cell, by the bone cell, by the liver cell, by the brain cell. At the point where the brain cell or the whatever cell meets the vitamin C, all that matters to that cell is that stuff vitamin C? Is that stuff magnesium? Is that stuff chromium? Is that stuff calcium? It doesn't matter where it came from. It doesn't matter if it came from an orange or a pepper or a whole food supplement or Beyond Tangy Tangerine or anything else. And by the way, the synonym for vitamin C is ascorbic acid. So anybody out there saying, well, you don't want ascorbic, and I hear this is craziness. You don't want ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid can't be used. I hear all kinds of things about ascorbic acid as if it was a different molecule. It's not. It's a synonym for vitamin C. Vitamins have chemical names. All vitamins have chemical names. The chemical name for vitamin B1 is thiamine. The chemical name for vitamin B2 is riboflavin. The chemical name for vitamin B3 is niacin, and the chemical name for vitamin C is ascorbic acid. It's not a different form of vitamin C. It's not an artificial form of vitamin C. It's not a toxic or in any way problematic form of vitamin C. It's a synonym for vitamin C. To the gal who wrote me a letter saying how disappointed she was that the Beyond Tangy Tangerine is made with ascorbic acid and vitamin C, please understand that ascorbic acid is vitamin C. And by the time our vitamin C has passed through the intestinal cells and entered into the body via the blood, there's no more orange or chili pepper or mango or cantaloupe or lemon left in it. It's just vitamin C, and at that point it doesn't matter. Once it has entered into the blood system from the digestive tract, where it comes from, it doesn't matter where that source was. If that vitamin C came from a whole food supplement, that may be an advantage as far as absorption into the intestine goes, or through the intestine. but it's irrelevant to the final body cell, the liver cell, the bone cell, the immune cell, whatever cell that is absorbing it. So number one, you spend your 30, 40, 50, 60, up to $70 I've seen for your whole food supplement, and that's great, but you're getting whole food. Why not just eat whole food? What's the point of using a whole food supplement when all it is whole food stuck in a capsule, ground up and perhaps concentrated a little bit? But really, it's just tiny, tiny little smatterings, as you can tell by looking at the supplement facts on most of these products, which are really insignificant when it comes to doses. That's the first thing. You're getting basically just tiny little amounts of nutrients, and you're basically getting food. The second point is that absorption into the intestine, not into the cells, the bone cells, the liver cells, the various cells of the body, brain cell, whatever, absorption through the digestive tract, through the intestine, into the blood. You do need to have cofactors and various substances associated with your vitamins and minerals to maximize absorption, and this is where a whole food supplement will provide you with some advantage. Now, you're not going to get a lot of nutritional value, but you'll get some advantages in terms of absorption. But the point is, at the level of a cell where the cell is taking in the vitamin C or the magnesium or the calcium, the cell doesn't care where that nutrient came from. Once it passes through the intestine, into the blood, into the body, it doesn't matter. This is the reason why, if you do research on vitamins and minerals and their therapeutic value, you're going to see that studies that show the benefits of vitamin C are not done on oranges. They're done on ascorbic acid. Studies that show that 50 milligrams of zinc picolinate a day will change the texture and quality of your skin and your skin secretions and improve your acne are done on zinc. They're not done on foods that contain zinc. So on the one hand, whole food supplements contain tiny amounts of essential nutrients. They're basically food, just not a lot of food, and not a lot of nutrition either. And on the other hand, although at the level of the intestinal absorption, the forms and the proportions of our nutrients probably do matter, at the actual point where those nutrients are being used to do their duty, to do their work in a cell, it doesn't matter where that nutrient came from. And that's my take. Food is always best. Food contains the appropriate ratios and proportions and blends of various substances which absolutely do affect absorption. Vitamin C works together with minerals. Calcium works with magnesium and vitamin D. Sodium works with potassium. Copper works with zinc. These balances are very important. There's no denying this. However, we just don't have a good idea of how much total nutritional value is going to be in our food. This is why we have to supplement. Food is always best, but we just don't know what's left in our food after we factor in processing and shipping and storing and cooking and the soils, etc. If you want to use a whole food supplement, that's great, but you're going to be spending a lot of money for not a lot of nutrition. And for what is, at the end of the day, basically just a little tiny bit of food. In my opinion, that's silly. If you really want a whole food supplement, eat food. Eat well. Eat nutritionally dense. Eat lots of veggies. Eat little bits of fruit. Use nutritional yeast. But if you want to be maximally healthy, add in a dense, loaded, packed nutritional supplement as well. And that means the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, the Ultimate Daily, and other loaded, packed nutritional supplements with your foods. And that's all I'm going to say about that, unless you guys want to contribute to the conversation. 855-660-40.